Hey everybody, welcome to Thursday's Thrift Store. What I got this week, Thrift Store Thursday. All right, so I went to several places because one thing, it was my mom's birthday, so I went down to see her. And I went on to Goodwill on the way down and Goodwill on the way back. Two different Goodwills in North Myrtle Beach and Calabash. So this is the Goodwill stuff. I also went to CIS, Communities and Schools Thrift Store right here. And then D's by the Sea. So I'm going to go with the thrift store first for Goodwills. I also got a chair at Goodwills, a nice round wicker chair that's wonderful to sit in. I was like, I don't need that chair. It's too big. I don't have any place to put it except the front porch. I sat down in the thing. I fell in love. I was like, I got to have it. So you'll see my cats laying. They love it too. Let me put it that way. So while I was at the Goodwills, there was one Goodwill on the way down, one on the way back. I can't remember which one I got which thing at. But this one was Goodwill, $2.99. This is the gymnast Barbies for the United, whenever they did the cheerleaders for the college teams, and UNC was the only team that they didn't pick, ha ha. They had the elastic gymnast bodies with the flat feet and the more articulated action figure type bodies. I like these bodies a lot. I don't appreciate them as much then as I do now, because even now we got better ones called the made to move bodies. But you know what? I just like these as far as articulated action figure bodies. So I need to take that sticker off. But she comes in the Miami's, I don't know what, Miami something. I keep on saying Miami Dolphins, but I'm sure that's not it. I don't know the team. I'm surprised that anybody would want to have a Miami doll in South Carolina, but whatever. I was thinking it'd be Gators. I don't know. I just know that NC State got a doll and Duke got a doll, but UNC did not. Ha, 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 ha. We also got Esmeralda. Now, I had a bunch of this Esmeralda and all that stuff because it was like everywhere and clearanced out and stuff back in the day. This is probably from the Disney store ones because it's got the rubber legs, but the articulated arms. Now, I hate rubber legs, but I don't mind when it's $1.99. The face looks pretty good on this one, actually. It's different from the Disney stuff, or the, what is it, the Mattel version and the Hasbro version. She has one earring in this ear. When I had this doll back in the 90s, I didn't even pretend like it was her because I never saw the movie until about last year. I love the movie, by the way. It was much better than I imagined it would have been. So I pretend like she was Gypsy from the Justice League of America. The Gypsy who can create illusions, basically make herself invisible most of the time is what she did. And then I remember that one time she made a guy pretty much go crazy because she created an illusion where he was falling to his death and he got stuck in his brain that way or something. So she was only $1.99, probably because she didn't come in these shoes. She does have her bracelet around her feet. But yeah, she comes with a very articulated body. The legs they're on a hinge joint and a swivel joint, not a ball joint. So you got to be careful with those legs. They would break. And they come with the bonky legs, which they look awful. They look really skinny. She just looks like Ethiopian Barbie down there. No offense if you're from Ethiopia. I'm just saying she looks really skinny. So not trying to make fun of people who are suffering. Also got this Stellar Cart. Pretty sure this one was definitely down in North Myrtle Beach. But I was like, I don't have this particular CD. I have most of their CDs. They were really good, kind of poppy punky type of band from the 2006 era. I remember they were just out during that time. It's hard to explain their music. I mean, probably a lot of you, oh, this is broke, that's why it came off. Probably a lot of you know their kind of music. I honestly couldn't tell you what kind of music it is. It's kind of poppy punky type of music. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I liked it. It was fine. I remember one of their songs was one of my favorite songs, and it had a really good message. It's life is good, eternal life is better. Life is good, eternal life is better. I think that was one of their songs, and it was on the Stellar Cart, which had them on a race car tracks or something. I don't know, maybe on here. It says procrastinating, activate, me and Jesus, lose control, hold on, always waiting, only wanted, finding out, wishes and dreams, I'm pretty good, I want to live, angels in chorus. I want to live. I wonder if that's the song. I don't know. They could always be redoing the songs, but let's see if they have the lyrics. Like they usually put lyrics in these things, which I've always appreciated. They do. So I want to live. Sometimes I try to do sleep until noon, less than more after the doors. I'm trying to get down to the chorus. I want to live like today could be my last day. to give all I have before it's too late. Goodbye. Yeah, it's not set up in prose, so it's kind of hard to read it. It's set up in paragraph form. So anyway, so there's the inside. So you got the lyrics. I wanted to do lyric videos. Anybody up for me doing lyric videos? Because a lot of people don't like the music I like heavy metal, but the message I feel like you should really get. So I definitely just wanted to do those sometime. I also got 7 Days in Utopia. Now these were, I think the CD was $1 and these are $1 each. And these may have been at the other store. The Best of Mark Lowry, who was a comedian, a Christian comedian, and Bill Gaither, volume 1. It's probably going to be mostly about his music, not his comedy, but with that expression on his face, you got to think he's going to, and that, yeah, you got to know he's going to throw some jokes in there or something. Speaking of jokes, my favorite non-Christian comedian was Robin Williams. The reason that Aladdin was so amazing as it was, and whenever he committed suicide, it just devastated me because he killed some of my favorite people that lived inside of his mind. Mork from Mork and Mindy, Genie from Aladdin, and Peter Pan from Hook, Mrs. Doubtfire. All those characters that he created or he was part of, they're gone. They're gone. We'll never get a reunion of Mork and Mindy. We'll never get Hook Volume 2 or whatever, you know. It's just kind of like it destroyed a lot of my favorite movies. But I remember seeing this. If this is the one that says, gifts so baby Ricky won't become a web-toed duck boy. Nope, this is 2002. I saw it back in 1980s. My aunt had HBO, and it was an HBO show where he was like, the Reverend Dickie Down, and give to me so your little baby Ricky won't turn into a web-toed duck boy. And then I remember when, this was before I was a Christian, and I thought it was brilliant. He's like, what? God's here. Oh, I got to go out and get something out the back room. And he tried to break away, and God like cornered him and said, we got to talk. And I wasn't even a Christian. I thought that was fantastic. This stuff right here is from CIS. That's a Communities in Schools. There's one in Supply and one in Charlotte where the old, I think it's where the burger place used to be that moved into its own building. I got him in the bag. This is Pluto, a posable soft toy. I don't even know how much I paid for these. I'm sure there's a receipt here somewhere. Like the Transformer, I don't know how much I paid for this either. I think I paid like $5 for all this stuff. This was only $0.25, but look at this. Isn't this cute? It's Imperial, which made really good toys back in the 80s. This was 1991 though, and I like this little, it's a bright little, I don't like the color orange normally, but this is such a colorful orange, I don't know, suitcase for Barbie, I guess. It just looks so fun. It looks like so much fun. It looks like something Tuesday Taylor could use in her car. I want to get her the yellow Corvette, definitely. All right, so here is a Transformer that, it's so funny because there's a pseudo chest and there's a whole bunch of knot in the back right here. It's supposed to be a pretty easy one to transform. It was in robot form when I found it, and I transformed it. So it's like a one-step changer. So see how this looks like the chest. So they faked out the chest. So you got the arms can go up. So yeah, it's like a one-step guy. They're supposed to be feet. There we go, feet. So it's Wheeljack, I guess, unless they rechanged his name because Jack and Wheeljack and telling somebody it's like Hijack or something. I don't know. I remember there was a big debate over that whenever they had to change his name for something. But I guess I paid $1. I have no idea. Like I said, I don't know how much I paid for this stuff. I just didn't get a... Oh, that's right. I didn't ask for a receipt. I'll never know how much I paid. Little House on the Prairie, Christmas at Plum Creek, and Christmas They Never Forgot. So Little House on the Prairie was a show that I enjoyed back in the day. I know you did too, if you were my age or older. And then Stargate, Kurt Russell's last really good movie. I don't know if Kurt Russell appeared in any movies after this, but Kurt Russell was like, he was like the coolest dude. He was a dude that everybody looked up to. Like all the girls loved him and all the dudes wanted to be like him. He was just a really cool dude back in the day. And this was one of his last movies that I remember him ever making, and it was one of the best movies. I saw this in theater, and my gosh, when it started with that big huge thing, I was enamored. Like, whoa. It was the reason I didn't see it because of Kurt Russell. I went to see it at the theater because Egyptian stuff and sci-fi. So I already have this not this particular version of the movie. This is the Ultimate Edition Director's Cut. I don't think I have this, but I have this on Laserdisc. I have one of the earliest DVDs ever made of this where you had to actually flip it over. So I was like, when I first got a DVD player, I was like, what's the point? Laserdisc, people kept saying, oh, you got to flip it over. Well, that's true for DVDs at the beginning. You had to flip them over. And this was one, My version of this, you had to flip over to see side 2 to see the rest of the movie. I know, weird. All right, over at D's by the Sea, they have 3 Gene dolls for $20 each if you're interested in Gene dolls. I got some homemade strawberry jam that some ladies make that she buys it from, and I don't know, it was just kind of, I think it was like $3 for that. And then she had DVDs for 50 cents. So let's look at them. I got a whole pile of these things. I got a bunch of this particular series. Let me get them all together so I can just kind of go through them. The Magnificent Seven. I like how they did the thin on these. I like the thin. All right. Yul Brynner in Return of the Magnificent Seven. I really don't much about the Magnificent Seven, but it's classic Western movies. Lee Van Cleef in the Magnificent Seven Ride. And then, I don't know which order these are in. Guns of the Magnificent Seven. So I don't know which ones are number 1, 2, 3, or 4. If I was to take a guess, I would take these are definitely 1 and 2, but then the next 2, I don't know. I have to go by years on them, and they have like the modern years, so 1967. I don't see a year on this one. 1972. Okay, I see where they are. 1969, according to this. 1966 and 1960. I'll figure that out later. We have a triple feature, Honky Tonk Man, with Clint Eastwood and his son, Kyle, which I'd never saw his son in a movie before. We have Pink Cadillac. I feel like I've seen that because I think it actually had the song Pink Cadillac by, was it the Pointer Sisters? And City Heat. I think I've seen City Heat. If it has a scene them running through an alley or through basically somebody's yard in the urban, suburban area, then I've seen this one or parts of it. So it's actually one of those two-sided videos or two-sided discs. I hate when they do that. And then I like this where you can see a picture on it. I like that. The other one, I had to strain my eyes to see what the heck it is. The Captain from Castile. Oh, this is a normal size one. This is, again, back to the single wide. I love how they took the movie poster. This must be somebody made it themselves, but they did the round cover, so I guess they didn't. When I made my own to squish them down to this size, they weren't rounded on the covers. Well, it does look kind of like they did cut it by hand, so you can round them. So maybe this is made by somebody like on a printer and stuff, because I did this at one time. Eraser, which I had on a laser disc, but it was one of those laser discs that suffered laser rot, unfortunately. Sad, so sad. This movie is hard to watch on Laserdisc. I don't even know about now. I haven't seen it in like 20 years. But when I tried to watch it on my Laserdisc player, it had a lot of static in it, like you're watching it on an old UHF station. Total Recall. Such a good movie. It's kind of hard to watch it the second time. I don't feel like it aged that well, but it was a great... If you've never seen it before, definitely watch it. Don't watch anything about it. Just watch the movie. After you've watched it one time, it kind of ruins it because you already know the ending now, and the whole ending is the big part. Although you can debate with people, because I don't want to ruin it, but again, my friend and I would debate over hours, like, no, it was real, no, it wasn't, yes, it was, that kind of thing. Red. This is another great series with Bruce Willis, Will Smith. If I say Will Smith, Bruce Willis. The Batman movie for 50 cents from the original Adam West series. These are all Blu-rays, which I don't prefer Blu-rays personally, but you know, whatever. The Running Man. I have never seen this to my knowledge, but the year is 2019. Ooh, this is a future movie. 1987, they thought the year was going to be, okay, I definitely want to see this now to see if it was like that. The year is 2019. The president is Trump. It does say that. Oh my gosh. There is a new disease coming on the horizon called COVID-19. Oh my gosh. It predicts the future. No, I'm just kidding. All right, and then we have Ivanhoe. I used to make jokes about this. Ivanhoe. Well, I have a hoe too. It's right here, right beside my other gardening tools. You have a hoe? I have a hoe. We all have hoes. So Ivanhoe, yeah. Sir Walter Scott's. I do love how, again, this looks like the movie posters. If I ever made a Barbie's town, like, you know, an entire town, like when I was a kid, I used to want to take one side of my room and just set up a Barbie, like here at the beach, we have these big old hotels. Not here at my beach, but at Myrtle Beach, they have hotels, and I wanted to set up 2 hotels and then a window in the middle of my room, make that like the area where there's a swimming pool, and because the sun will come in. I just wanted to do that. I would make a little movie theater in one of the rooms for the Barbies, and that would be like, these would be movie posters, and that would be so cool. I mean, I didn't think about using this back in the day. I just thought about using like cards, like movie cards, like poster. They made these cards about like, I don't know, like 3x5, maybe 4x6, and you can see them in some shops. Maybe I'm imagining this, but I could have sworn I remember something about this, but it's been so long. About movie posters. But anyways, that's what I got this week. I got a lot of stuff this week, including the chair, which I don't want to show you right now because it's outside and it's also in the 80s, like probably 87 outside, humid down here. I know where you're at, you're probably not humid, but we are. So let me know what you got this week and what was your favorite thing out of all these things. Let me see what my favorite thing is. I want to try the gym and then I'll say it's my favorite maybe. Out of all of these movies, I want to see definitely Running Man first, although I hate to hook up the Blu-ray player because I don't like the Blu-ray player. I really use a DVD player. So, yeah, if I watch any of these movies, first I want to watch this, and then maybe Pink Cadillac. Yeah, I definitely watch Running Man first. Let me put it on top, and then Pink Cadillac next. So that would be the first ones I watch out of that pile. Stargate, I have it on so many different versions. This one, oh, what do we want to watch? This one first or this one first? 7 Days in Utopia, I got it because this, I don't know. It looks like one of those Hallmark movies that my mom likes. So not too excited about it, but you know, you never know when you're going to need something to watch. All right, so out of all the things I got, I kind of like my little Pluto figure. What year is this? What year? That's what I want to find out because there's, 2001. Great. So I'm very happy about my little Pluto figure. Oh, he's $1. So I got at least a sticker on it. I know that was 25 cents because I thought it was going to be free bin at the front. And then I got to go hook up the CD player. I don't have a freestanding CD player anymore. I'm trying to think, where in the world do I have a CD player? I have a CD drive for my computer that I have to hook up to it. And that's just a pain in the butt, to be honest with you. But what I do is I usually hook up my CD player to the computer, rip it, and then I can play it on MP3. As long as you have, it's a backup copy, it's completely legal, as long as I'm not out there trying to sell it or whatever. But let me know if you like anything in particular, and have a great day and a Thriller Thursday.